1, 2, 3, you and me, plus some special friends. Welcome to our story time. Who knows how it may end? Adventures await us. Who knows what will be? The journey's exciting. Come along with me. Come along with me. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, you and me, plus some special friends. Welcome to our story time. Welcome now, my friends. Hello, friends, and welcome to Storytime at the Playhouse, featuring me, Dougie J, and all of my friends from the Puppet Brigade. We are so happy to have Chippewa Elementary School joining us here today. We're coming to you live from the main stage here at Theater 3.
Dougie J!
Oh, hello, Molly. Oh, she's a doll.
Thanks. So are you.
That's not exactly what I meant.
Say, Dougie J, will you remember me in a year?
Well, of course I will.
Will you remember me in a month?
Yes.
Will you remember me in a week?
Yes.
In a day?
Yes.
In an hour?
Yes.
In a minute?
Yes.
Good. Knock, knock.
Oh, who's there?
You forgot me already?
Molly, are you being silly?
Maybe.
You. Oh, Molly, what's the first thing we do when we get to the Playhouse?
Get a snack.
No, the first thing that we do is wash our hands. Molly.
Do I have to?
Yes, it's just one of the ways that we
stay safe. I know.
Hey, Molly, do you remember the hand washing song that I wrote?
How could I forget?
It takes 20 seconds to sing.
It seems longer.
Why don't I sing it for you now?
No, you really don't. Okay.
Here's my little washing song, sing along with me. A squishy, wishy washing song, squeaky clean will be. Scrub, 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 this is so much fun. Scrub, 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 now we're done.
Well, it is pretty catchy.
Thank you, Molly. Hey, why don't you sing it with me this time?
All right.
Here's my little washing song, sing along with me. A squishy, wishy washing song, squeaky clean will be. Scrub, 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 this is so much fun. Scrub, 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 now we're done. I have an idea. How about all of our friends out there sing it with us? Here's my little washing song, sing along with me. A squishy, wishy washing song, squeaky clean will be. Scrub, 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 this is so much fun. Scrub, 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 now we're done.
Thanks, Dougie J. Off to wash my hands.
Oh, that was so much fun. And guess what? You can go to Theater 3's YouTube channel where you can practice the song, sing it with your entire family. And guess what? You have to remember to wash your hands for 20 seconds. You know, we are so excited to have you all here with us today. The holidays are a time to remember all of the special people in our lives.
Hello, Dougie J.
Speaking of special people, hello, Mrs. Cotton. Mrs. Cotton was my teacher.
A long time ago. Oh, what lovely decorations.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Cotton. Yes, we have decorated for the holidays. I think the holidays are my favorite time of year.
It's mine, too. The holidays are a great time to remember that our community is all one big family and that we have to help each other.
You are so right.
Oh, look, it's Crystal. Hello, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hello, Mrs. Cotton. Hello, Dougie J. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Crystal was also one of my students, and she has come back to help organize our collection drives.
Oh, that's great, Crystal.
Thanks, Dougie J. I remember learning in Mrs. Cotton's class that giving is not just about making a donation. It's about making a difference.
So true. My parents always encouraged us to volunteer and get involved.
And my parents did the same thing.
And so did mine.
Crystal, is there anything I can do?
I think I'm pretty organized.
Excellent. I'm going to go set up tables. Oh,
Thanks, Mrs. Cotton.
Crystal, could you tell us all about the collection drives?
We're collecting warm coats,
Warm coats,
food,
food,
and toys.
and toys.
I gave out flyers that listed all the things that we needed. The students, the teachers, the staff, and their families. all signed up to bring in different items, and today's the day that everything is being collected.
Wow, Mrs. Cotton was right. You are organized.
I try. Well, off to work.
You know, there are so many different ways that we can all help each other, aren't there?
Dougie J, Dougie J, Dougie J!
Oh, hello, Molly.
You'll never guess, let me tell you. It's almost Christmas time.
I know. Well, we were just talking about that.
I have my list of gifts.
Wow. That is a long list. You must have quite a large family and a lot of friends to give so many presents to.
Give?
Well, yes. Isn't that a list of all the presents that you'll be giving people?
Giving presents.
Yes, giving presents.
Not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
Well, it is a list of gifts, and they are for someone who means a lot to me.
Oh, and who is that?
Me.
Molly, you mean that list is all the presents that
I'm expecting for Christmas. I put you down for items 19 through 22. I've indicated color and size where appropriate.
Molly.
Well, it is the season of giving, Dougie J, so people need to give to me.
Oh, Molly.
Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't right.
Well, yes.
I've left 6 things off of it. Ugh. I'll be back.
Molly, I just, no. Oh, boy. What am I going to do with her? Oh, do you need a hand there, Crystal?
No thanks, Dougie J. I've got them.
Oh.
Can you believe how generous people are being? These coats are just from one family. Some of them haven't even been worn. People can be so amazing.
Yes, they can. People can be amazing. I see it all the time. People can be amazing. It's easy to be kind.
It doesn't take much to lend a hand if you've got one to spare. It doesn't take much to show the world just how much you care.
How much you care. It's amazing, amazing. I see it all the time. Amazing, amazing. It's easy to be kind. People can be amazing. I see it all the time. People can be amazing. People can be kind. Look, everyone, it's Leo the bus driver.
Meep, meep.
Leo was my bus driver.
A long time ago. Hello, Crystal.
Hi, Leo.
I have those food donations for you. They're in the back of the bus.
Thanks, Leo. I'll just take these coats into Mrs. Cotton and I'll go get them.
That is so generous of you, Leo.
Well, I do belong to the TAOBDWLTHOANJATHS.
What is the TAOBDWLTHTHOANJATHS?
You don't know what the TAOBDWLTHOANJATHS is?
No.
I thought everybody's heard of the TAOBDWLTHOANJATHS.
No.
The TAOBDWLTHOANJATHS is the Association of Bus Drivers who like to help others and not just at the holiday season.
Well, that makes sense.
I'd ask you to join, but since you're not a member, since you're not a bus driver, you can't join the TAOBDWLTHOANJATHS. But maybe you could start the TAOPWANBDWLTHOANJATHS.
The TAOPWANBDWLTHOANJATHS?
Yeah, the Association of People Who Are Not Bus Drivers Who Like to Help Others and Not Just at the Holiday Season.
I'll do that.
Well, gotta go. Beep, beep.
Oh, that Leo. Oh, what have you got there, Crystal?
Some food that was donated, but there's also this.
What is it?
Molly just gave me a list of things that she wants for Christmas.
Oh.
She said that since I'm an elf, I can make sure Santa saw it.
Did you explain to her that you're not really an elf and that you don't know Santa?
I tried.
You know, I'm a little concerned about this. I don't think Molly understands what the holiday season is really about.
Dougie J, Dougie J, Dougie J.
Hello, Molly.
You'll never guess, let me tell you. I just spoke with an elf and I gave her a copy of my list of presents. That way, if people don't buy everything I want, she can make sure Santa takes care of it. Pretty smart, huh?
Molly, that wasn't an elf. That was Crystal.
Which is a great name for an elf, don't you think?
I would agree with that. But, Molly, she's not really an elf.
But she really looks like an elf. I mean, the whole green and red thing and the hat.
Yes, well, I will admit, she is very elfish, but she's actually here to help Mrs. Cotton with the collection drive. So she's being elfish and not selfish.
Was that a joke?
I guess not.
Nope. But seeing all those coats did give me an idea.
Did it?
Yeah, I want a new coat for Christmas. Gimme, get. This will be my best haul yet. I've made my list, I've checked it twice, and when I get it all, won't that be nice? Gimme, get. This will be my best haul yet. I'll be so happy beyond compare, so happy I'll feel the need to share my good news with you. Gimme, get. This will be my best Christmas yet. You bet.
You know, I suspect that she's not quite getting this.
Dougie J, I
Yes?
just realized my mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I should be celebrating Hanukkah.
What?
Well, there are 8 nights of Hanukkah, so if I get 1 present on the first night, 2 on the second, 3 on the third, that adds up to, I would carry the 4, 36. I would get 36 presents.
That's not what Hanukkah is about. It's about a festival of lights.
Oh. Well, what about Kwanzaa? There are 7 candles for Kwanzaa. Could I get 28 presents for Kwanzaa?
They only give presents on one day of Kwanzaa.
Oh. You know,
What?
maybe I should ask for 2 coats.
Oh, my goodness. You know, Molly thinks the holidays are all about getting presents. Now, Kwanzaa is about a miracle when the oil in a temple lamp lasted for 8 days instead of just 1. And Christmas was an event that happened over 2,000 years ago, brought a message of faith and hope to the world. And Kwanzaa, well, it's about family, community, and culture. You know, when I was young and I had a problem I couldn't work out, I would talk to my mom and dad. Guess what? I still do.
Hello, Dougie J.
Hello, kiddo.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Can I talk to you about Molly?
Of course.
I'm trying to get her to understand what the holidays are really about, but I'm just not reaching her.
Well, son, maybe it's not about telling her she's wrong.
No?
Maybe it would be better to just share with her what you're doing.
She can learn from what you do.
Do you really think so?
We know so.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, Dougie J. Come over tonight.
We're trimming the tree.
Okay. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'll do that. You see, all I had to do was talk to my mom and dad. Oh, now what do you have, Crystal?
Some toys that were donated by Mrs. Cotton's neighbors.
Aw, that's so nice.
I know. I don't know what to do about Molly's list.
You know, I have an idea.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Just go along with everything I say, okay?
Okay.
Oh, Miss Elf, who's not really an elf but looks like an elf, do you have that list I gave you?
Yes.
Oh, good. Please add 1 coat, doll size 3, in red, with matching hat.
Okay.
Crystal, I saw that you had a lot of coats before.
What?
I said, Crystal, I saw that you had a lot of coats before.
Oh, yes, I did.
And who were they for?
They're for people who don't have coats for when it's cold.
Really?
Oh, yes, so we collect coats to give to them.
Isn't that interesting, Molly?
What?
About collecting coats for people who don't have them.
Yeah, sure.
And Crystal, what was in that big box before?
Oh, that was food that was donated for people who need it.
Isn't that interesting, Molly?
What?
About collecting food for people who need it.
Yeah.
And, Crystal, what's in that bag?
These are toys that were donated for children who don't have any.
There are children who don't have any toys?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, that's very sad. People who need coats and food and children who don't have any toys?
There are so many reasons that people don't have enough money for these things. But what's important is that we're there for them.
It's like Mrs. Cotton said in class. Our community is one big family, and we have to help each other.
Exactly.
You know,
What?
maybe my list is a little long. I mean, I don't really need a hot air balloon, or a circus, or my own country. Mollytopia can wait. Maybe I'll go out and get some things for my family and friends. And maybe for some people who really need them. What do you think?
Is that what you really want to do?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Then that's what you should do.
Miss Elf, who's not really an elf but looks like an elf.
Yes, Molly.
Is it okay if I help you?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
People can be amazing, I see it all the time. People can be amazing. People can be kind.
I'm so glad you're going to help, Molly.
I am so proud of you, Molly.
Thanks, Dougie J. And I think you're great.
Aw.
Even if you insist on singing that hand-washing song.
Molly, are you being silly?
No.
You know what, Molly? Today, we have an extra special surprise guest star. Oh, and that must be him now. Come on in. It's my friend Jeffrey from Theater 3.
Hello, Dougie J. And who have we here?
It's Dougie J.
It's my friend Jeffrey.
No, it's Scrooge.
Well, he is that too.
You're Scrooge.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my autograph book.
Okay.
Wait here.
Okay. Thanks for having me here today, Dougie J.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So, people know you as Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, and people know you as Bob Cratchit.
I guess they do. Now, I see that you're wearing your costume from A Christmas Carol.
Yes, this is the costume I wear when I play Scrooge here at Theater 3. But this year, we're bringing you the story online. That's how we keep you safe. Is that what I think it is?
Oh, yes, it is. It's the story bell, which means here comes Story Cat.
Boom cha ah cha boom cha ah. Boom cha ah cha boom cha ah.
Boom cha ah cha boom cha ah. Boom cha ah cha boom cha ah.
Our
Story.
Hello out there, you cats and kittens, you dogs and gloves and single mittens. How do you, our moms and dads, and spoons and rakes and writing pads? You plants and ants and pots with lids. But most of all, hello all you kids, the bell is rung. You heard it chime, which means, my friends, it's story time. We're here to tell a tale for you. So listen close, it's something new. Sit real tight, that's all I'll say. So Jeffrey, you can take it away.
Scrooge's Christmas, retold from A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Once upon a Christmas Eve, old Scrooge the miser sat busy in his counting house. Clink, clink, clink. That's Scrooge stacking his coins. Oh, he was a mean old man, selfish and alone with no time for family or friends. His clerk, Bob Cratchit, sat at his desk working in the cold. Now, if you thought it was cold outside, you should have been in Scrooge's office. Ding! That was the bell over the door. "Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge," said Scrooge's nephew Fred. "Bah!" said Scrooge. "Humbug!" That was Scrooge's favorite thing to say. Bah, humbug, especially when it came to things like Christmas. "You don't mean that, Uncle." "I do. Merry Christmas. Why do you say Merry Christmas? You're poor, aren't you? So why don't you say Merry Christmas? You're rich? Bah, humbug! Christmas is a time for giving of ourselves, remembering those who are in need, and showing our love for the world. Bravo! Clapped Bob Cratchit. Cratchit, you get back to work, or you won't have work to get back to. Yes, sir. Mr. Scrooge, sir. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again, sir. Uncle Scrooge, come dine with my family tomorrow. No, and goodbye. Well, the offer stands, Uncle. Merry Christmas, Bob Cratchit. Merry Christmas, sir, said Bob. Merry Christmas, sir, mocked Scrooge. Ding! The bell rang again. I'm never going to get any work done today, muttered Scrooge. In came a gentleman. Merry Christmas, sir. Bah, said Scrooge. Humbug. I'll bet you saw that coming. I'm asking for donations to buy food and warm clothing for those in need. I'm also looking for volunteers to assist in giving these things out. Will you help us? No, said Scrooge. That is not my business. It's everyone's business. We don't live in the world alone. I do. As the gentleman left, Bob Cratchit gave him a coin. Finally, it was closing time. You want all day tomorrow? If you don't mind. I do mind. Well, be here all the earlier the day after. Scrooge didn't want to say that word. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge, and a merry... Cratchit grabbed his hat and ran out the door. Scrooge went home to his lonely house and sat by his little fire. A cold wind blew, and he heard a strange noise. Chains? Thought Scrooge. Boom! The door flew open, and there stood... I am the ghost of your partner, Jacob Marley. Humbug! He does say that a lot, doesn't he? Scrooge! Screamed the ghost. What do you want with me? I am here to warn you that you must change your ways, or you will end up as you see me now. Change my ways? I don't like the sound of that. Scrooge! Sorry, go ahead, I'm listening. You'll be visited by 3 spirits. Listen to what they have to say. Here the ghost looked at his chains. You might yet escape my fate. And with that, the ghost of Jacob Marley disappeared. Here it comes. Bah, said Scrooge. Humbug. And he went to sleep. Bong. The clock chimed 1. There was a figure of a person, of a something, all glowing light. I am the ghost of Christmas past. The ghost raised its hand. Snow fell, and they were in a dark schoolroom. Do you know this little boy? Yes, it is me as a child, left in this cold school, all by myself. But not on this Christmas. In came a sweet little girl. Ebenezer! My sister Fan, said Scrooge, tears in his old eyes. I have come to bring you home, Ebenezer. Father asked me what I wanted for Christmas. Did I want a doll or a new dress? But I said for you to come home, because Christmas is about family and being together. And with that, Fan grabbed his hand and took him away from that place. Dear Fan, said Scrooge, tears in his eyes. The hand waved and the snow fell. They were in a bright warehouse. Yo-ho! It's Christmas, said a jolly man dancing his way through the room. It's Mr. Fezziwig, my first employer, said Scrooge. Christmas, Ebenezer! And the man threw his arm around young Scrooge. No more work. It's time to sing, to dance, and welcome friends from near and far. The room blazed with candles, the sound of a fiddler and the stomping of dancing feet. There was food and drink, and there was joy. The spirit raised its arm, and there was snow, and there was young Scrooge a little older. He stood with a beautiful young woman. You have changed, said the woman. Nothing matters to you but money. There is nothing but money, Belle, said the young Scrooge. He rolled a coin in his hand, thinking about getting back to his office. There is love. You no longer care for me as you do your business. So goodbye, Ebenezer. May you find happiness. She took the ring from her finger and placed it in his hand. The ring went clink against the coin, and she left him. "No!" cried the older Scrooge. The ghost raised its hand for a final time. Snow fell. "Learn from what you have seen, Ebenezer." Scrooge was once again back in his bedroom. Bong! The clock chimed 1 o'clock. Again. "Ebenezer Scrooge!" bellowed a voice. Scrooge crept into his living room. There was a giant of a man with a long beard and wild, fiery eyes. "I am the ghost of Christmas present. You have never seen anyone like me?" "No." "Touch my robe." Carefully, Scrooge touched the green robe, and with the clanging of hundreds of bells, they appeared in a small house where Scrooge had never been. To be honest, Scrooge didn't get out much. "This is the home of your poor clerk, Bob Cratchit." Bob Cratchit entered his house. Perched on Bob's shoulder was a little boy named Tiny Tim. He was thin and delicate and carried a crutch. But like his father, there was warmth in his bright blue eyes. "Merry Christmas, everyone," said Bob. "Merry Christmas," said the entire family. "Did Father buy you chestnuts, Tim?" asked the eldest daughter. I was going to," said Bob. "You tell them, Tim." The little boy had a small voice, so they all leaned in closely. "There was a man collecting for food and clothing for people who did not have them, so I said to give the money for that." Mrs. Cratchit looked at the boy with such love. "Merry Christmas, my dears," said Bob Cratchit. "God bless us." "God bless us, everyone," said Tiny Tim. "Spirit?" asked Scrooge. "The little boy? He is unwell. They cannot afford the medicine or care that he needs. I wonder why that is. Do you know why that is, Scrooge?" Scrooge hung his head, feeling a little ashamed. Bob raised a cup of punch. "To the person who made our Christmas dinner possible, Mr. Scrooge." "What?" they all said. "He didn't make this dinner possible," said Mrs. Cratchit. "You did, Bob, with your hard work and the long hours for which he pays you very little." "My dear," said Bob, "on Christmas we should be grateful for all the things we have." "Very well," said his wife. "We'll drink to him because you asked." "Thank you." "Mr. Scrooge," repeated Bob. "Mr. Scrooge," they echoed. "Come," said the spirit. There was the clanging of hundreds of bells, and they found themselves in a beautiful living room with a bright fire and lots of laughter. "And he said that Christmas was a humbug," said Scrooge's nephew, Fred. You remember him from the beginning, right? "That's terrible, Fred," said Fred's wife, and everyone agreed. "I think he's sad and lonely, and I feel sorry for him. But in the spirit of the holiday, of family, and the memory of my mother, his sister, I will ask him every year." Fred raised his glass of punch. "Uncle Scrooge, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Our door is always open." Everyone raised their glasses. Uncle Scrooge. "I must leave you now," said the spirit, "but remember what you have seen." And the bell tolled midnight. "Spirit? Spirit, where are you?" Scrooge gasped. A hooded figure stood before him. "You are the spirit of Christmas yet to come? You are going to show me what will happen in the future." A lightning flash and a thunder crash, and they were in a street. There were two men of business that Scrooge knew well. "He's gone. Gone? Gone. Oh well, no loss." A lightning flash and a thunder crash. They were back at the Cratchits. Bob sat next to a little bed. In it lay Tiny Tim, who was asleep. Mrs. Cratchit touched Bob's shoulder. "How is he, Bob?" Bob shook his head. "Not well, my love, but we can hope, even without the medicine, that he will get better." Mrs. Cratchit and Bob looked at their child, whom they loved with all their hearts. "That's not right," said Scrooge. "If this is the future, I would have done something about this by now, wouldn't I?" The hooded figure was silent. Spirit, show me what is to become of me. A lightning flash and a thunder crash. Scrooge's empty office. Scrooge's empty house. Scrooge's empty bed. A cemetery. No, Spirit, I will change. I will honor Christmas in my heart, and I will keep it all the year. I will learn from everything I have seen this night. Scrooge grabbed the Spirit's robe, please. He closed his eyes, and when he opened them, he saw that he was holding his blanket. And it was morning, and the sun shone through the window. I can change. I will change. He ran to the window. There was a boy in the street. You there, my boy, said Scrooge. What's today? Today? Why, Christmas Day. The boy thought that was a pretty strange question. I mean, everybody knows when it's Christmas. Is it? It is, said Scrooge. Here's some money, my boy. Go buy that big turkey in the butcher's window. Have them take it to the Cratchit family at this address. And don't tell them who it's from. And my boy, keep the change. Scrooge dressed himself in his finest clothes and ran out into the street. He saw the gentleman who had come to his office on Christmas Eve. Do you remember him? Well, Scrooge remembered him. Sir, said Scrooge, taking off his hat. Mr. Scrooge, said the gentleman. He remembered Scrooge. No surprise there. Please forgive me for what I said yesterday. It was wrong. I was wrong. And I am going to donate. Here he whispered a very large number into the man's ear. Mr. Scrooge, not a penny less. Come to my office tomorrow and please tell me where and when I can volunteer. I will, said the gentleman. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. And for the first time in many years, Scrooge said, Merry Christmas. He went straight to his nephew's house. He stood outside the door, summoned up his courage, and knocked. Tap, tap, tap. Fred opened the door. Oh, my. Fred, it is I, your Uncle Scrooge. Is it? Fred was surprised. Fred, I have come for Christmas dinner. You have? Fred was startled. Fred, I am sorry for all the things I said yesterday. You are? Fred was shocked. And Fred, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge. And he hugged him. And Scrooge hugged him back. The next morning, Scrooge got to the office early. In came Bob Cratchit. Mr. Cratchit, you're late! I'm so sorry, Mr. Scrooge. It's just, we had the best Christmas dinner and it won't happen again. Never mind. No, it won't, Bob Cratchit. And therefore I'm going to... Here Scrooge broke out into a huge smile. I'm going to double your salary. If you thought Fred was shocked, you should have seen the look on Bob Cratchit's face. And I'm going to help your family, and we're going to get Tiny Tim the medicine and the care he needs. That's my promise to you, Bob Cratchit. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge. Now, Bob, build up a fire. It's cold in here. Scrooge was as good as his promises. He gave to charities, he volunteered, he spent time with his nephew, and he made sure Tiny Tim got well. He never forgot the lessons that he learned that Christmas, and he thought about them all year round. He became as good, as kind, and as generous a man that you could hope to meet. And so, as Tiny Tim said, God bless us, every one.
Oh, that was such a great story. Thank you, Story Cat.
You're welcome, boss. That was fun, but I hear a bell, so I gotta run. There are tales to tell in other schools, so I gotta go. But you cats stay cool. But don't you worry, it's a fact. You can be sure that I'll be back.
Thanks, Story Cat.
Bye, Story Cat. Oh, and thank you, Jeffrey, for reading that story to us today.
Thanks for having me here today. Happy holidays, everyone. Oh, and Dougie J?
Yes, sir.
Back to work, Cratchit.
You know, I think A Christmas Carol just might be my favorite story. Oh, hi, Crystal. Did you get to hear the story?
I sure did. And you know, I can think of someone who learned a lesson just like Ebenezer Scrooge.
I wonder who that might be.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
I think we know.
Oh, Dougie J, guess what? You'll never guess, let me tell you. Mr. Scrooge signed my autograph book.
Well, that was so nice of him.
Oh, and Dougie J,
Yes, Molly?
thank you for helping me today. I learned so much.
You are quite welcome. You know, I would like to say a thank you to all of my friends from the Puppet Brigade. Leo the bus driver, Mrs. Cotton, Story Cat, my mom and dad, and of course, Molly the Dolly.
That's me.
And our very special friend, Crystal.
It's been so much fun.
And a great big thank you to our extra special surprise guest star, our reader, Jeffrey. And our biggest thank you goes out to all of our friends from Chippewa Elementary School. We're so happy we got to spend part of the holiday season with you. So from all of us here at Theater 3, Christmas lies within our hearts. It's in everything we do. The joy you feel from a little child whose open arms and tender smile fills your heart and lasts your whole life through. It's there for you. Christmas lies within our hearts. It's in everything we do. The toys we give are just a sign of all the love we feel inside. There's enough to share for me and you. So go and try, and you will see. You can't take what's given free. 'Cause Christmas lies within.
Lies within
our hearts.
Happy
Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye.